Okay, welcome you guys to our team call tonight. I am excited to be here with all of you. Um, and I want to start off this call with recognition. So stay with me a moment. And I want to shout out everybody who in the very beginning of this month, we're already 9 days in, but we're still on the first half, who is already helping people. So we have Jen Shute. She's helped 2 people already. Kim has helped, I know, more than 2, but I think it's just a little bit delayed. Brittany has helped somebody. Robin Stevenson, Megan Mortis, Julie Weldy, Tiffany Stiles, Thelma Lauerman, Sarah Esslinger, Andrea Hilton, Tara Williamson, and Becky Stedman. Congrats. You guys are doing awesome, helping people out there. Thank you for just working hard and, spreading the word
And
about what we
Christine.
could do. What's that?
I said, and Christine.
And Christine, I'm sorry.
No, it's the, can I help you? It's the back office. Something weird. I don't know what's going on.
If I ever do an announcement and you're not on there yet and you should be, just raise your hand. Tell me, because it's just delayed on my end, I think on all of our ends. So I don't always know. Okay. Anywho, tonight we are welcome. I'm glad you all are here, first of all. I've had too much caffeine, if you couldn't tell. I just got back from Beachbody Leadership this past weekend, and what that is for lifetime 5-star and above coaches. So there was about, I think they said 400 to 500, including people's guests. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of like Summit, but on a more intimate level for those of you who have been to Summit. And so the trainings are a little bit more advanced, and it almost feels like, you're coming together with the people who, I always look at it like the people who are doing this way better than me. So I always get really excited to bring back to you guys anything and everything that I gleaned from the weekend. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I don't want to spend too much time on like the logistics of what's coming out in terms of products, but I do want to mention it in case you didn't catch it in the team page. So we have a Super Saturday coming up really soon, the weekend of October 20th and 21st, depending on where you live. It may be on the Saturday, maybe on the Sunday. You want to get there, you guys. There will be big announcements coming out. They already told us. They didn't tell us what those big announcements were for this Super Saturday, but they did say there's something big coming. You're going to want to be at Super Saturday. And if you haven't been to Summit before, it kind of just gives you a teeny tiny little flavor of what Summit is like. And it's really great. I always say I love being in the Beachbody bubble every few months, because you're surrounded by everybody who gets this on the level that you do and is excited and inspired to help people on their health and fitness. So it's just a really great time. So get to a Super Saturday. And for those of you who are in San Diego, if you're going to join us, we are going to do a fun little brunch ahead of time. So if you're going to Super Saturday, it's actually on Sunday in San Diego, let me know, because we want to see your face and we want to go all together as a team. Okay, brings me to the next thing. January Super Saturday will be the second weekend in January. Mark your calendars now, because they are going to be announcing the next newest major, that was the word they used, fitness program coming out, which is very exciting. The biggest thing, I'll probably say the biggest thing tonight about 10 times, so just bear with me. But one big thing that I took away from the weekend is that Beachbody as a corporation is working their booties off to make this the most successful part-time, full-time income generating opportunity out there. So don't be fooled if you see other things, flashing across your social media, and maybe it looks enticing to go do something else. Rest assured that Beachbody Corporate is doing their darndest to come out with more consumable products for us to get in the hands of our customers to help their health and fitness. They are looking at the compensation plan and diving into new training that falls in line with they even said, we know you guys are looking for income, and we know that you want your teams to be able to generate income. So they're looking at all of these things and coming up with new up-to-date training where you can say, if you do XYZ and that gets you here, this is what you can anticipate earning. And I just appreciate that. They talked a lot about the longevity and the sustainability of Beachbody as a whole, because there's a lot of noise out there from other businesses, whether they're new MLMs or existing MLMs, that do a little bit of the bait and switch and a little bit of the front loaded compensation plans. And Beachbody is not built that way, but I want you guys to just know that this is a sustainable way to build a business, and that Beachbody, again, is really in tune with what the Coach Network is saying, and they are making adjustments in our favor in a major way. So I hope that just excites you. And, I think that sometimes it might be easy to look at grasses might be greener on the other side, but me and my gut just tells me it's not. It's just not. They always have the really boring compliance guy come out and talk to us about all things compliance, but it always reassures me, he is a lawyer, that he is looking out for our best interest, so that this, again, is a sustainable company, that that everybody is working for a common goal going well into the future. And since it is, what I do full time and what I want all of you guys to really be excited about and know what the potential is, that you just know that they've got our backs. Okay. The next thing is that new program, I got on a little tangent there, will come out at Summit. So the newest major program will be announced at January Super Saturday and will come out at Summit. Then at Summit, they are going to be announcing a new nutrition product. We don't quite know yet what it is. There was a little teaser. We heard Carl slip and say something about vegan. So I don't know if it's going to be another vegan Shakeology flavor. I don't know. Maybe, oh shoot, where'd you guys go? What happened? Did I disappear? Can you see me? Oh, there you go. Okay, sorry. My screen did something weird. This is just me, so don't go spreading a rumor. But I was hoping for a vegan recover. I mean, come on, because I have a lot of vegan people who are like, dude. Anyways, so we get to find that out at Summit, and we're also launching in another country, and they're going to announce what country that is going to be at Summit. That is huge, you guys, especially now that we're all using Instagram. I don't know about you, but I've been hitting up some people, inviting them, and then they tell me they do not live in Canada, the UK, or the United States, and I'm like, dang, such a bummer. So exciting stuff. Also, Energize sticks, so they will no longer be in the packets, which is huge, you guys. They'll be in the sticks instead, which I think is just fantastic and goes more along the lines of other products out there. And then also a new Energize flavor, fruit punch, which we got to taste, and it's super duper yummy. So instead of just having yellow all over your kitchen counters, you'll also have pink. It's very pretty. Okay, next thing is the launch of Transform 20. So you guys, we need to make this next launch the biggest launch we've ever done as a team. Doing a product launch, especially for a program with a trainer like Shaun T, who has been around the block. I don't know if you guys sometimes use that as a little teaser when you're in a conversation with somebody and they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of Insanity. Yes. I go, yes, you have, and that's what I do. So having such a big name trainer coming out with the next program in January, you guys, is a gold mine. But you have to know that it's going to take some strategy and some planning ahead and some getting on the ball now to capitalize on that. So we are going to be launching, just like Kim and I have been doing with the info groups that are a little bit of teaser sneak peeks into challenge groups. We are going to open a group like that in the next couple of weeks that will be open for every single coach to add potential people who are interested in Transform 20. It is a program by Shaun T. It will come out on sale on December 4th. Don't worry, I'm not going to quiz you guys. I will put all of this in text in the team page to come. And then it will actually be available on Beachbody On Demand in January. So just like the other programs that have launched recently, there will be a big test group that will be run by Shanti, that as coaches and customers now, they're going to allow people in, which is huge. And they're predicting a huge sellout of the step because it is a step program. So don't be behind the game in getting your own kit. And now as coaches, another something new, we can now buy challenge packs and completion packs, which is awesome. So definitely stock up on something else you need, fill that hole. If you're already on Shakeology Home Direct, which I hope all of you are, then getting the challenge pack with the performance line and your step is going to save you a lot of money. And then if you just buy little things individually, and those steps are going to sell out. Carl said it about 30 times this weekend as a joke. Like, they're trying to get as many steps as they can, but they're going to sell out. So you want to make sure you get it so that you can press play on that workout and be one of the first people to do it. So keep an eye out again on the team page for that info session group when we launch it. We have a lot of really fun ideas for, us collectively dabbling in Shanti workouts that already exist. Sharing collectively transformations for any of us who have done a Shanti program in the past. People can do the entire Sean week for free if they were to do a free trial. So that's another something that we can offer people so that they can get a glimpse into what to expect from him as a trainer. And there is the official test group going on right now with some of the coaches who were picked for that. And it's pretty hilarious to see they did a little check-in on, how some of them are going. I think they're only in like week 2 and they're all dripping sweat. The workouts are only 20 minutes, you guys. He's going to kick our butt and it's going to be amazing. And for all of us that are so busy, it's going to be great to be able to say, hey guys, guess what? Now we have a 20-minute workout that's going to kick your butt. So keep an eye out for that. And the biggest thing I want to emphasize with that is let's do this as a team, you guys. Let's make this launch the biggest launch in the history of our team. Let's come together and share the responsibility of making it exciting and creating that hype and creating that FOMO for people so that we can help as many people as possible get started on their health and fitness journey in January when everybody's wanting to do that anyways. It's going to be great. Okay. A Little More Obsessed, as you know, came out on Monday, and I've had a lot of questions about that. So that is available to everybody who has Beachbody On Demand and some sort of home direct for a nutritional product, whether it's Daily Sunshine, Shakeology, Performance Line, Beach Bars, something that is coming a monthly subscription. All of your customers and coaches have that available now. Everybody else who just has Beachbody On Demand and is not on a monthly subscription will get A Little More Obsessed on their Beachbody On Demand platform on January 31st. So if you've done 80-Day Obsession and you're not in a program right now, I would say jump on that and start talking about it on your social media. It is a butt kicker. I just did one of the little workouts with Autumn while I was there, and it's basically more technical moves, compounded moves with an 80-day flavor. It's awesome. And I'm pretty sure the workouts are 40 minutes. I'll be honest, I haven't even gone and looked on my own platform. But then another exciting thing from Autumn, she is coming out with the Ultimate Portion Fix. So it's going to include something that she created outside of Beachbody that is now being brought into Beachbody, recipes for kids' lunches, which is awesome. I don't know about you, but I need that in my life. And it's also just an expansion of the Portion Fix container system. The science behind it, there's going to be a video based on the nutrition tab of Beachbody On Demand, very similar to 2B Mindset, which I think is awesome because I don't know about you, but a lot of people I'm working with either love 2B Mindset or they need more of the structure with the Portion Fix. So it's going to be awesome to be able to have yet another tool in our toolkit to help people with their nutrition. It's also, so she came up with, don't quote me, but a lot more recipes with her brother that also add into, or in addition to what already exists with her cookbook. So she made a whole nother cookbook. Volume 2 of her cookbook is coming out in March. Then in April, new live 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme workouts are coming on demand, which is great because now that all of these newer programs are a new workout every single day filmed live. That's what people want. And there's people who have done so many rounds of 21 Day Fix, but yet those 21 Day Fixers, and maybe you're one of them like me, that will go back to that program over and over and over again. So to have this live energy, and even though the moves are going to be the same, just making it fresh and new again, I think will be awesome. And that will be on demand as well. Okay. I know I went really fast through all of that. I hope you took notes, but you'll be getting more announcements of those things as they're coming. I just wanted you guys to have, a big picture of what's to come, and just to be excited that, like I said at the beginning of this call, Beachbody is trying really hard to give so many things in our hands, in our toolkits to help people. And I think it's great. Okay. My favorite part and what I felt like I gleaned the most from this weekend was talking about telling your story. So it's no surprise that the National Wake Up Call yesterday was, can't think of her name, Phil Dyson, talking about how she tells her story and how she attracts people. On top of her speech, which was very similar to what we heard there, so I'm not going to reiterate that. They had our keynote speaker was Kinder Hall. I had never heard of her. I don't know if you have. I shared one of her videos in our team page today, and she is a storyteller, professional storyteller. And she shared so many examples of major commercials that are just giving more facts and maybe talking around what they're trying to accomplish and what they want and what they feel and their desires behind their product or whatever, versus a commercial where it told a story that can connect somebody. And it was very moving. I have all of the slides to that presentation. So it's another thing that I don't want to spend this call reiterating over and over. I'm going to find that actual video and the slides and share that into the team page, because she will give it she'll tell it a lot better than I will. But this idea of storytelling is really a hot topic right now, because think about it, you guys. How do you drown out, again, all of the white noise that's happening around you? How do you stand out as a coach to all the other coaches out there? How do you connect with your audience? It's by telling your stories, whether they're big stories, little stories, just being in that constant state of sharing who you are through a story is what's going to connect to people. And you may be like me, because I was sitting there feeling like, till the very last line of her whole presentation, feeling like, well, I don't have a story. I tell my story all the time about how I once was and how I am now, but what's my story? I don't have this like gut punch, major life event that I've overcome with this. But when I sat back and thought about my own story, I literally took some time while I was there to write down my story. And from that, by doing that exercise of writing down what is my story that I have tried to tell over and over and over again for 5 years now as a coach, how can I tell that better? And what I realize is that in my big story, that a lot of times I don't capture the meat and potatoes of it, because I give like this global, here was me then, here is me now. There's so many little things that I can pull from that when I really sit down and think about it, that will resonate more with people than giving this huge like presentation, if you will, in a post. Are you guys following me? Does this make sense? So talking about a specific moment in time where I felt uncomfortable, rather than just saying I used to feel uncomfortable in my clothes, but thinking about a very specific time where I stood in a dressing room and how did it make me feel and what was I trying on and where was I going and, what did I want to be in that moment, but where was I? And then talking about where I am now, things like that. So think about those things in your life. She talked about, if you have a really huge story to tell and you're not yet ready to tell it, write it out, think on it, pray about it. And when you are comfortable, start sharing it, because when you're real and when you're vulnerable, we all know that's when you're going to connect with people. On this same topic, there were two top coaches that also talked about storytelling and how they weave that into their social media. And I know that we've been talking about social media at length lately, but I feel like it's just a topic that we're just going to continue to talk about as it evolves and as we see how other people are doing it, maybe better than we are. Because again, that's how I always look at it. So I wanted to read something to you really quick. One of the coaches who, her story goes that she was a coach for 2-ish years before she really took off anywhere. And she was feeling a little bit stuck, and she was feeling like, is this ever going to work for me? What am I doing wrong? And she decided to stop worrying about the algorithms and, the best time of the day to post and anybody else's formula for posting. And instead, she wrote down what brings her joy from being a Beachbody coach and what are the things that describe her, right? We've all done this, so I'm not going to just beat a dead horse there. But then she decided, you know what? This person over here is saying post 3 times a day. This person over here is saying only post once on Instagram, but maybe 3 times on Facebook. This person over here is saying, only post it in the evening because that's peak time. She decided to throw all of that away, and she started posting. And I'm not saying this is what you need to do, so let me get to my point. But she started posting 6 times a day, and she followed a structure within that posting. And when she was doing all of this, she was still working full-time as a teacher with a 2-hour commute. So she found ways that made it doable for her to share all of this throughout her day, even before she got to the point where she is now and is no longer working outside the home. She posted every piece of her life, not just the health and fitness. She structured her posts around her 4 other brands. So for not just the health and fitness piece, but twice a day it would be about health and fitness, and 4 more posts a day that just let people in on her life and what she was about. She didn't worry about doctoring up photos and putting the right filter. She just thought to herself every single day, is this going to be relatable to somebody? Is this going to be valuable to somebody? Is this going to connect with somebody else? Is this me? Is this real? Is this raw? And she just continued to share herself over and over and over again. Sorry, I lost my slide. No. She asked herself with every post, is this credible, trusting, valuable, consistent, real, and honest? That's a lot, I know. But think about that. I'm going to say it one more time. With every post, she asked herself, is this credible, trusting, valuable, consistent, real, and honest? I hope this is helpful for you guys when you're trying to come up with content. Sometimes we just overthink it. Just be you and post you. And I know I say that all of the time. Her thought process in posting 6 times a day was the more people that saw my stuff, the more they would remember who I was. So instead of always worrying about the algorithm and all of this, which that's going to change. The algorithm is always changing. We're always going to get new information about when and what and where and who. But if you stick to you, stay in your lane, blinders on, and do you, and think about that. The more people see my stuff, the more they're going to remember who I am. You will be okay. You will clear out that white noise for the people who need to connect with you, and you will connect with them. I thought that was super duper helpful. Okay. I just want to check the time. Okay. One more thing I wanted to talk about really quick, and then I will open it up to questions if you guys have any. And again, you'll see me sprinkling some videos throughout the week in the team page directly from leadership, because I sneakily find where they are. Because sometimes it's more powerful coming from the people who actually said it than me. And I did, right before this call, I shared something from Danielle Natoni into the Faithfully Fit team page that really was a gut punch to me. And so I just shared the video so you can hear it straight from her mouth. And I also shared a checklist. And I want you all to take sometime this week to listen to that call and then ask yourself those 20 questions. All right. So back to storytelling. Humans are attracted to stories. We normally think of it as a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? Stories change the conversation from the thing that you're talking about to what it will do for somebody. So when you're trying to tell a story, don't just be talking around the thing. Don't just be talking around the challenge group or around, Shakeology or whatever, but talk about what it's going to do for somebody else throughout your story. This whole concept of stories is also that they're more memorable. You know, she used the example of talking about, I don't remember what years ago, 4 years ago, the Super Bowl, and what commercial by Budweiser does everybody remember? Anybody? The horses with the puppy. Yeah, everybody remembers that. Do you remember who even played in the Super Bowl that year? Who won anything? I mean, I don't. You remember that commercial. And if you remember that commercial, you remember that Budweiser wasn't even in it. But everybody knows that that is a Budweiser commercial because it connected with people on how they feel and told a story of some horses and dogs. Anyways, like I said, she would say this way better than me, which is why I'm just going to share that into the team page. The last little part of this that I wanted to share is, if you want the solution of what we're trying to offer to stick, then the story is where it's at. It's not all the, hooks that we try to do, which I know I try to do. It's not always listing out that you're going to get this, 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 and this. It's really bringing them in to how you felt and where you are now and wrapping that up in a pretty bow of a story. I'm going to just stop saying the word story now. We have a lot of things that are going to be changing in a really positive way coming down the pike. And I just wanted to mention a few of them to you. I, at Leadership, had some time to connect with Kelly Jimenez, who is she's like our grandma coach. She is the founder of Team Hard Hitters. And I've worked with her over the years. And we decided that collectively we need to come together as a larger tribe. We work better together in any aspect of anything you do in life. You're better in numbers. You're better when creative minds are flowing and you can, take what people are strong at and maybe somebody else over here is weak at and put them together, and everybody's strengths combined are better than just one or better than just a smaller group. So on Thursday, all of the diamonds on Hard Hitters team-wide are going to meet and discuss a lot of really awesome things that we are going to be implementing very soon. So I wanted to give you guys, just since you guys are the ones who are here showing up on these team calls, I'm so excited about it. And we're going to be joining forces once a month with Hard Hitters and doing a team call together with them once a month. Time and date and all of that to be determined. But we're also going to be joining forces on new coach training, which Kim and I talked about earlier today. And we're really, really excited about this new coach training. So as you add coaches to the team, you're going to have a very specific spot to put them in on a website where you can plug them in to training no matter what day of the month we're in. You're not going to have to worry about when the new coach training is starting or, are we already halfway through? I just signed up a coach, whatever. I think it's going to give us a lot more just professionalism as we are adding to this team. And I think it'll be great to work hand in hand with the other Hard Hitters team members as well. I know some of you already maybe have relationships with some of those coaches, and I just think it's going to be awesome. So that's super exciting. And the last big announcement I have for tonight has to do with the training that I mentioned coming from Beachbody. I might have to go to grab Delaney in a minute. So like I said, they have looked at how we can better equip our new coaches and us in general for what's changed in this business and going forward. How are we going to capitalize on momentum going into the new year, through this end of the year, and just going forward in general. So a brand new business activity tracker has been created. And there is a test group going on right now with 5-star diamonds and above that is to start on Monday. And basically, they're going to be testing it out to see if you do these set activities, this is what they're saying you should be doing in terms of income. Is that right? Is that working? And the place that they came up with this whole thing is by polling coaches who are earning a certain amount and above at a certain rank and above. And I'm not talking about the people who are in the top 10, because this wasn't about asking the people at the top, how'd you get there? This was about polling coaches all throughout the network who are earning a part-time income and above, and asking them, what are the daily things that you do that have gotten you to where you are now, that have built a sustainable business going forward? What does that look like? And they put together this new. I'm super excited. I think that it aligns really well so far from the little glimpse of it that I saw with our notebook system for those of you who have been in the Push 2020 group. So that's exciting to me. None of it stood out as anything that we're out of line with, if you will, but I'm excited that corporate is really looking at how things have evolved over the last 12 months and going, how can we better equip everybody? Let's redo the tool, redo some training, and figure this out. So with that, some of the other leaders and I are going to collectively host our little own test pilot group for this business activity tracker. And if you want to be a part of that, let me know, and we'll go for it. I think that it is only going to be beneficial and positive for all of us going forward. And I'm just excited to see how it helps everybody's businesses grow and flourish, and how it helps all of us streamline and simplify, which was a big thing that they talked about. Just simplifying what this process is and what does it look like activity-wise day to day. How can we really make this the biggest part-time income earning opportunity there is, because recognizing that most coaches who are working this are also maybe still working their jobs, right? Or are busy with kids at home or whatever. So send me a message if that is something that you want to be a part of. And I will make sure that you are in on that. I know that was a lot of announcements and information. But I hope that that was helpful and that you guys are as excited as I am for just this new era. Oh, I have one more. I just remembered. Sorry. There is going to be a brand new Diamond Squad launching from Kelly. And in basically all of the diamonds who exist now will be in the Diamond Squad. But we're also going to be hosting a collective training for people who want to be diamond and above, so that everybody can join the Diamond Squad. She talked about retreats, trips, monthly incentives, quarterly incentives, and just making diamond so much fun, because right now it feels like sometimes you get to diamond and what do I do now? You know, am I all on my own? Do I have to open a team page? Do I have to do everything, that I already feel stretched so thin? And the answer is no, because we are all coming together as one big team now. And I'm just really excited to link arms with that team again and help us all to grow and move forward and bring on as many new people who want to join this team as possible, because I know that it's life-giving and I'm excited for what it is for all of you guys as well. So are there any questions to all of that? Anything you guys want to chat about? You can pop it in the thread or just unmute yourself and chat with me.
What are the steps that you mentioned that are going to sell out? Hey, Andy.
Hang on one sec. Let me go get her.
Kim, you're still muted.
I know. I know. No, I just was laughing at her. I'm like, do you have any questions? And then she walked away. What were you going to ask?
What are the steps that she's talking about with the Transform 20 program that are going to sell out?
So that's what the program is. It's a step program.
Sweaty selfie.
Hey, sweat it out.
Yeah, so it's literally like
it's a step. It's like a step.
Like
class.
a platform, like this.
Oh, it's something you like step on.
Step up on,
Like
yeah.
this
Okay.
thing. They're
But
like,
I saw some of the coaches carrying them around, some of the people who are in the test group. They're, I don't know. Sick.
I just like it because we're going back. We're going back to our roots. I used to teach step class. Did anybody else ever go to step classes?
Long time
Long
ago.
time ago.
Yeah. It's like we're going back.
I remember when I was a little kid and I used to play on my mom's or my friend's mom's step. We thought it was like the coolest thing ever, but like by the time I started working out, it wasn't a thing. And so I'm pumped because I remember it from being a little kid.
I think it's going to be awesome.
It'll be good.
Any other questions or anything you guys just want to talk about? We can talk about whatever. How your month's going. Are you all going to do Transform 20 with me, with us? It's going to be awesome. I will say that the most successful launch I've ever had with my business was the last Shanti program, Insanity Max 30. There was just something about the energy around that launch, and so I'm super pumped. I think it's going to be awesome. I think I've said that about 7 times. So.
I think the cool thing that you can start thinking, or even start thinking about how you would, but for me, 80 Day was by far like the most successful I probably have had. And I think one of the things that I did really early on was I created when they started doing like sneak peek videos, I don't know if you guys remember that, but they would like do little like tidbits. Sorry, I'm just hoping you guys can't hear the yelling, but I can hear the yelling. Anyway, and I made a video and I ended up using it as an ad pretty much wherever. And I want to say like when it came time for the actual program to launch, there was like 150 people interested just based on, actually, I don't even think it was a video. I feel like we did it somewhere and I just like pretended I knew what I was talking about now that I'm like saying it out loud. But anyway, start thinking about that and like keeping your eyes open and be slipping it in like your plan post New Year's Day, you know, like what, because people, as much as we want to believe that everyone's going to sign up with you on January 1st, I'm going to tell you that they won't. It's not how this business works. For whatever reason, they've already unbelieved themselves into like, it's not going to work for me. And so I feel like January 1st comes and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so great. But if you're already like pumping people up, plus it goes on sale in December, then you're going to see those, you'll see the people for sure.
I feel like December is always a better month, despite Christmas shopping and despite how many people tell me that they don't have any money because it's Christmas. December is always a better month for me than January. And then January, for whatever reason, it's like people have already made up their mind whether they are or they aren't. And everybody's broke in January. So if you're thinking that January is going to be the month, in my history, it wasn't. It hasn't been. But if you gain your momentum now, you will be fine in January. But I think December is going to be a huge.
I plan on talking up the fact of I hate cardio so much that I'm going to do it anyway, and all you cardio haters are going to join me. That's my plan.
That's fun.
I'm
the other thing,
super nervous about it.
As you see teaser videos, film yourself doing the moves. Don't just share those videos. I think that goes without saying, but just in case.
Yeah.
Those are the videos that we'll snag and put in the info group, because the info group's going to be, very much like this is Transform 20. But on your public social media, it needs to be you doing the moves and you talking.
That comes out October 15th.
December
The teasers?
8th. December 8th.
No,
I think I was listening to some of the coaches in the test group saying that they could talk about it starting October 15th.
then maybe.
I don't know.
Transform 20, December 15th, you said? Or was December 4th?
December 4th is when it goes on sale, when the challenge packs go on sale. But what Tara's saying is people in the test group are saying October 15th, they can start talking, like sharing the moves. So that probably means that's when the promo video will actually launch. There's already some promo videos on YouTube that you can look and see like a very basic, kind of like the 2-minute teaser that we have of all of the programs.
Okay.
But we can't buy it until December.
Right.
Okay.
And even when you buy it, it's not going to be on demand till January.
But we'll get the stepper sent to us or whatever.
Yes. You'll just
Okay.
be ready to roll with it.
Got it.
So let's say you have people who buy on December 4th, you know, this info group, like I said, we're going to open soon because the whole idea is to get people excited now, get them introduced to Beachbody On Demand, get them introduced to all the things we already have to offer. So let's say the people who order in December before it comes out, as their coach, we will be encouraging them to maybe do Sean Week first, or do around a 21-day fix if they need, you know, something a little bit low impact first or whatever.
Or
Because they'll have
T25.
Beachbody On Demand right away. They just won't be able to do Transform 20 till January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they do Clean Week or, you know, whatever.
I've definitely been talking to a lot of people that keep saying like, oh yeah, like after the new year. I'm like, no. This is what you got to get started now. Go into the holidays feeling energized and ready for January.
Yes, exactly. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Well, guys, I appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday to hang out with us. I feel like most of you, all of you are in the push group, which also makes me happy. It's no wonder you all are here. Nice to see your faces in real life. Real life.
I'm driving, but is Tina on the call right now?
Yes, she is.
That's my new coach. Shout out to Tina who just joined us this month. Well, last month.
Welcome, Tina. On that note of all the hard hitter stuff, are all of you in the hard hitters page already?
I didn't hear that.
Hard hitters.
Are all of you already in the Team Hard Hitters Facebook group?
Yes.
If you're not, let me know, because I would love to add you in there.
It's a baby. Say hi, baby.
Okay, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, then I will let y'all go. Kim, you have anything you want to say, add?
No, I was going to say 2B kicks off next week. So if you need to have something to promote or you've never done it and you need to do it and learn about it, I highly recommend it. It's awesome and will probably be the way I eat for the rest of my life. But you should definitely invite where it's To Be Spectacular. To Be Spectacular. You have to say it with the Dracula accent. But it's always a good time. I feel like this group, we're on our 6th month, I think, and every challenge group, I just feel like is full of so much motivation, so much excitement. We started something last week. That's not for your ear. We keep upping our game, and I feel like it's helping in so many ways. And sorry. You want to go night-night?
And the people who are doing it are like on month 6, you know, like they stick around. They want more. They want to they want to keep going with it because it's just that good, that program. And our groups, I mean.
But yeah, so promote it. I think we both shared the link in our page.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for the call, Andy.
Yeah, thank you.
Come to leadership next year, guys. It's all right there for you. And I am determined and more fired up than I have ever been. I always say in my posts, and let me just say to you guys, because you're my girls, I am without a doubt in the busiest time of my life I have ever been. And I am more fired up to kill it in this business than I have ever been. But more than that, I am more fired up than I have ever been to help each and every one of you build big. There is no reason we cannot be the next top team. There is nothing standing in our way but ourselves. There is, everybody's got stuff on your plates, things to do, too many kids, babies waking us up, jobs to go to. We have it within ourselves to make this amazing. And I just want you guys to know that, and to know that I am here and I am going full force. So who is ready to run? Let's go.
Me. I am.
And I had too much coffee this afternoon because she wakes me up all night long. All night long. All right, girls. I'll leave you alone now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.